Angel Reese needs to be better at basketball.
Love Caitlin Clark. Besides her skills,
she can shoot threes from low down.
You never seen that before. That's my point. Steph Curry, a little kid. Like Steph Curry, I love. You know why I love Steph Curry? Because I've never seen that before. Or she's doing stuff we've never seen before. I've never seen anybody do that on a consistent basis. You know, that game I'm watching on the Final Four, I'm like, damn, like, and I was a hater because, you know, I'm down. She was like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam, like, damn, she's not going to hit that shot, man. Like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot, and you hit the shot.
Shaquille O'Neal just told the truth in a way that was so big it might need its own zip code. Also, guess what? It's all about Angel Reese and how well she's been handling the WNBA haters. Just when you thought Shaq only did slam dunks, wait until you hear him insult people. What did he say that made everyone on the internet gasp and clutch their pearls? Stay put. This gets wild, spicy, and surprisingly good for you.
What is the biggest misconception about Angel Reese? What are people getting wrong?
Really a nice, beautiful young lady. But, you know, when you're in this thing of ours, you have to play a certain way and you have to be a certain way. A lot of times if they don't understand who you are, they misconceive. But I tell her all the time, don't ever worry about that. And she reminds me of myself or AI. She's as good or even better than some of the people that y'all are kissing up to, but y'all don't know it. But she knows it. And in order to be great, you have to know you're great.
Shaquille O'Neal did more than just stand up for Angel Reese. With a full court rush of sass, he pretty much dunked on her haters in size 22 sneakers. While the haters are out here counting missed layups and mid-range air balls, Shaq is counting his heart hustle and the fact that most of these computer warriors couldn't even shoot a paper. Ball into a trash can if their Wi-Fi password depended on it. It's true that Angel Reese is having a tough time offensively, but let's not act like this isn't how half of the NBA starts their second seasons as well.
Here, want to talk about Angel Reese, Shaq on Angel Reese's podcast.
Yes, please. That shit was crazy. It was
crazy.
Yes, it was fucking crazy.
Please expound.
Elaborate.
So it's really disappointing because I love Shaq. Shaq had Angel Reese on his podcast.
No, he was on hers.
He went on hers. I saw the background right. He's on her podcast.
Reese didn't just get into the WNBA with a hat and a video of her best games. She walked in with a huge amount of hope. There's more going on than just basketball when you have 1.7 million more fans than Caitlin Clark. It's a game of public opinion. Every missed hop turns into a funny picture. Every change is seen as a crime by the federal government. The bar is so high that it goes around the earth a few times.
This is RG3. He said after watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate. And I'm like, you got that from a foul?
So NBA players. What about when somebody tackled you? Do you feel like they really
even if you felt like it was a dirty hit and you hopped up and was ready to fight, does that automatically mean?
Shaq heard the bad things people said about him and chose to become Big Brother of the Year. Someone is truly unique when an NBA great stops sipping on his ice-cold sponsorship. Deals to slam anyone who dared to say bad things about you. That's Shaq being nice when he said the hate wasn't necessary. He probably would say that half of these takes are like pineapple on pizza if he really let loose.
ChatGPT and type in the following. What is the single worst shooting percentage ever in WNBA? What is the single worst shooting percentage ever in WNBA? No, you type in ever in WNBA. What is the worst shooting percentage ever in WNBA? If you can put that ever in WNBA. Watch this, folks. Zoom in a little bit if you could. Watch this. Look what's going to come up. You ready? This is supposed to be Michael Jordan. The lowest. Okay.
Angel Reese, in contrast.
Where do you see it? Angel.
Really not right, not necessary, and very questionable. Now, let's not make it sound better. Angel hasn't exactly been lighting up the Jumbotron with his scoring numbers. It's not as easy to score as it used to be. And yes, it's clear she's having trouble with her flow. But guess what? That's what happens when you hurt your wrist, are getting used to playing defense at the professional level, and are in a league where everyone wants you to fail so they can tweet about it. She's under more stress than a beginner singing Adele. at karaoke night. But now things really start to happen. Angel Reese is still going after rebounds like her life depends on it. She's putting up a fight like a Wall Street hedge fund manager. Even though the scoring numbers don't quite say star, the work ethic, the grind, and the defense are still top notch. Shaq knows it. Fans who are serious know it. Too many people think that a streak of bad shots means you're washed, which is silly coming from people who can't even wash their own gym socks, let alone run plays against real WNBA players. One more thing. Can we just talk about the audacity? People are ready to call Reese's career over after just 2 minutes of the season, like they would with a CSI box score. The woman hasn't even had time to warm up her wrist yet, and people are already mad at her for it. What went wrong was that people thought microwaves would do well in a pressure cooker league.
I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans that are like, they ride for her. And I respect that respectfully, but sometimes it's very disrespectful. I think there's a lot of racism when it comes to it, and I don't believe she stands on any of that. But when it comes to death threats, like I'm talking about people have come down to my address, follow me home. Like it's come down to that. Multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures.
Shaq, who is 7 feet tall, sees it for what it is. A slow start, not the end of your job. He was the same guy who couldn't make free throws to save his life, but still got rings and honor. That's what Angel Reese is making. Slowly but surely, wrist and all. As critics break down her shot percentage like they have PhDs in the WNBA, Shaq has already done the only calculation that counts. Angel has the heart, the drive, and the heat. She will hand out receipts that are hotter than a courtside nacho once that attack gets going. Shaq told Angel to tune out the noise, concentrate on what she can manage, and keep hoovering up rebounds like she's getting ready for guests. It's clear that she's listening. Some people are upset about Angel Reese's 31.1% field goal percentage, but she's dominating the floor like it owes her money. It was her first match ever against Paige Buchers. That's true. Everyone thought the WNBA would be like Clash of the Titans, but what they got was a little more difficult.
Angel Reese needs to be better at basketball. I'm not talking about as a person. I'm not talking about as a podcaster. I'm not talking about at the Met Gala. She needs to be a better player if we want this rivalry to be able to have some staying power. She had a very, very busy offseason, but at this moment, it does not seem like the offseason involved a lot of mic-in drills of left-handed layups. Right now, Angel Reese, she is a wildly famous rebounder. Somebody had the funniest tweet on this. The Caitlin Clark Angel Reese rivalry is like if Kobe had a rivalry with Mark.
Reese sat on the bench for a long time, which made Twitter go into full tinfoil hat mode. All of a sudden, everyone is a conspiracy theorist and a coaching expert. Is Reese getting in trouble? Did she hurt a holy basketball ghost? No, folks. She was put on the bench, not sent away. Coaches call the shots. Take a break. Things happen. Sometimes not even LeBron is sitting there when someone files a missing person report. But since critics love numbers so much, let's talk about them anyway. Angel Reese has 10.0 points and 12.3 rebounds per game, which is the most in the league. That's not just good numbers for a beginner. What is impossible to teach? Unstoppable motor, killer senses, and a psychic sixth sense that bounces back. She might not make all of her shots, but she doesn't miss any boards either. And her coach, he's not exactly singing about the end of the world. In fact, he's singing backup in the Angels Got Next band. The message has been clear, even though the shooting rate is low. She doesn't have a cold streak that defines her. This is about how Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are very different players. Clark plays like Steph Curry, skilled, smooth, and a great shooter. Reese, on the other hand, is rough, misses a lot of shots, but works really hard, fights for rebounds, and never gives up. People criticize Reese because she looks clumsy and struggles to score, but Shaq still supports her strongly. He believes in her hustle and effort, even when others don't. The message is that Clark is the star right now, but Reese has heart and could still shine with time.